Hello, Charles Egbe here. I'm here to point out a few things about the southern Cameroon's Ambazonian struggle. The struggle is not about individuals or group of people or institutions in southern Cameroon. The struggle is against a system put in place by France to enslave our people, an elitist system designed for that purpose. So what is elitism? Elitism has been defined in different ways. One of such ways is by a man called Bathmaker, the Bathmaker actually. He said, an elitist society is that in which less than 15% of school leavers in that society go to university or have access to privileged institutions of the society. So the 15%, France has succeeded in creating an elitist system which comprises civil service elites, financial elites, education elites, business elites, military elites, even cultural elites, and so on. So, what Bathmaker equally say is that if almost 40% of school leavers in that society have access to privileged institutions, we are looking at mass education. So mass education, take note of the word mass here. It is crucial, especially in the context of SCCOP, which I hope to introduce here. Now, mass education will empower the masses. Remember, the elitist system is designed that way so that the elites can maintain their positions, add privileges to themselves, give themselves extra privileges, and defend it to the advantage of France. And they will reproduce those advantages through their children. All this to the advantage of France and to the advantage of a few. So the mass education system is designed to counter the elitist system and to empower everyone, to empower the majority of the society. The SCCOP is coming in through different means of education to empower the vast majority. We don't want to reproduce the same system that we are escaping from, where 15% can come in and hold everybody hostage. That work needs to start now, not tomorrow. You need to start immediately. This is not against anyone. Now, the liberal education system in the UK is what has been talked about and is what Ambazonians want to adopt. Now, what are the cornerstones of the liberal education system in the United Kingdom? The key cornerstones are equality of opportunity and liberty of thinking. What is equality of opportunity? Equality of opportunity here in this context simply means equality of access to those privileged institutions, equal access to all, equality of participation in those institutions, and equality of outcome. I can expand this, but I wouldn't do it now. Now, what does liberty of thinking is? What does it entail? It entails critical thinking skills and creativity. We have to empower our people through this means. And we have to empower the masses. Remember, up to 40%, not less, to have a proper society, the proper society that we hope to have. Now, through online learning, we can even start now to empowering our young people, even those in the refugee camps and the displaced people. Post-modernity, the era in which we are now, because we have gone past modern times, is a postmodern era in which we look at things in multiple ways, what we call multiple realities. I can use the glass, for example. I will use the glass example. For example, that glass, I use it to drink water. I can put this pen in. It becomes what? A pen holder. Can take it out, put flowers in. It becomes a flower jar. In each case, I've constructed totally different meaning of this glass. So SCCOP launching this weekend is not about institutions or people. It's just about looking at the same thing in different ways. And I always use the road metaphor and sometimes landscape to define this, to explain this. SCCOP, through these multiple ways of looking at things, is hoping to identify potholes and to fill those potholes so that our journey to Buea will be a better experience. It's not against the IG or what the IG is doing. Is to work for the benefit of the majority, of the most Southern Cameroon, to empower them right now to take control of the society in which they want to create for themselves, to take absolute control and not wait until some future date when probably a different system, different elitist system will take over and we'll go back to the same thing. We have to take control now on how we govern ourselves, on how to solve our own problems. We cannot wait for a foreign agent to come and tell us how to live our lives or how to solve our problems. We can solve our own problems, like the food crisis, water crisis, whatever crisis. We can solve our own problems through empowering our people, through creativity, through liberal education system, the open-mindedness. They can think for themselves, they can construct things, they can put meaning to things, they can remove meaning to things, they can do all those things. And this is what SCCOP is hoping to achieve. I will leave it at that for now. I hope to come back some other time to talk about these same things in an expanded manner. I wish you all well. Thank you. Charles Egbe.